Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Nick Mullins and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Lamar Jackson and the New Orleans Saints.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect. Respect across the field for that one, and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 4th down, Franklin. It's brought in by Harris. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw is Jackson. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That was a 3rd and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Franklin. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. We're scoreless after 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Chubb going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Nick Chubb punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson over the middle. It's complete. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is just depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On second down, here's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. A first red zone chance of the new season now as they come up first and goal. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. Now Jackson. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Saints. Will Dissly from 10 yards out. And the Saints are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Well, the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here. Maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Throwing to start the drive. Franklin. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Quez Watkins, 75 yards. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Jackson on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to get...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Tyus Bowser blowing that play up. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. But we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. South
return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now they're in the hurry-up. Second down, here's Chubb again. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he'll be taken down, but... have first down yardage. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right at the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Nick Chubb, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kareem Hunt taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Chubb on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, Franklin. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A carry here for Hunt. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. It's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Woods. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now it's Jackson. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Jackson on first down. And he will find his man on the outside.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
8 yards to go on second down.
Jackson now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Jackson.
Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal.
Here's Jackson.
Escaping the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Franklin.
And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run with Chubb, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Nick Chubb with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Woods. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. One last shot for Jackson. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Falcons, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans,
today. From Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. Nick Mullins and the Atlanta Falcons versus Jalen Hurts and the Houston Gunners.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Houston Gunners and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by a man who rewrote Brett Favre's passing records at Southern Miss. It's Nick Mullins.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20. Now a give, right side. It's right. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Now a give, right side. Right. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to look deep for Watkins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Open man here is Conklin. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a 1st down. Hurts. That one going to be caught by his running back, Gaskin. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, they were setting up the screen, CD, a lot of free runners, and they got there late, and the penalty ensued.
Yeah, somehow it didn't get into their brains that it was a screen, right? Instead of pulling off and to chase it.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Ken Walker with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through, and the lead grows to 10-0. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Complete to right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The Falcons at 4-3, a game over 500. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have the home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
They'll run on 1st down. It's right. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Off play action. Franklin. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. Now a handoff up the middle. It's right. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Right. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. On 2nd down now. It's Lucas. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. Now a give, right side. Right. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll try the left side. It's right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Up the middle they go. Lucas. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Lucas. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards. Brings up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
They'll throw now on the final play.
He goes once again right back to Hardy.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Well, I know we hold off on the halftime update after all. Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. On 2nd and 11 now.
Hurts. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, it's Wright. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Back to throw. Franklin.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Wow, incredible.
Miss.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Up the middle, here's Walker.
Dances by at the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup there.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Eluding the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll drop to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
They'll try to shake off the cobwebs from the interception he threw on the previous drive that led to the field goal, as now they're dealing with a little bit bigger of a deficit. 1st and 10.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake. Franklin going deep here for Watkins. They got his man complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On
1st and 10. Franklin, right's got it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To throw on 2nd down, Franklin. And he fires one incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th.
He finds Hearns left side. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Hurts fumbles it.
And the Falcons grab it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Right. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Franklin. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Walker with another carry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On second down, it's Walker. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. And that flag accepted. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Straight ahead, Walker. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On third down, here's Walker. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And they take a knee. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.